Welcome. This is John Russo from Palm Beach Customs, and I wanted to show you here on this video when we jig up a car. This car here is the '69 Mustang, and we did all new sheet metal. This is one of the key things that you have to keep in mind when you're doing a car and you're replacing panels. You're doing quarters, inner tubs, rear body panels, floor pans. I mean, this one here we didn't really have to do much, go that much detail, but the whole, back of the car was replaced, and you have to make sure that you get your frame measurements correct. And you can see how we have a dedicated bench. It's actually a Carolina frame bench set up with the three-dimensional mechanical measuring system, and we're able to go and check all our unibody on this car. This one's unibody, so we're checking all our unibody measurements and make sure our datum, which when you're doing, I'm going to walk back over here. Datum is height up and down. Center line is your center line down the center of the car, and we need to make sure that these cars are dead nuts, and they're within 2 to 3 millimeters factory specs. They're actually built within 5 millimeters back in the day. They weren't even that close, but when you're putting in all new leaf springs, you want to make sure all your wheelbase is correct, your center line and your datum height, because when you take the trunk floors out of a car and you just got a frame rail sitting there, your datum heights can change very easily on your measurements. So I'm just going to show you now. This is like a side shot right here, and I'm going to give a little light on the subject coming around. And see how we've got our front frame rails where this car is absolutely perfect. And so you got to make sure when you're building these cars that everything is just right on. And you can see we're on our rear front frame rail. Our datum height is true on that, and those are the originals, so we know we're good there. And we actually did, the frame rails are original, but we did inner wheel tubs on this. So you have to be real careful that you jig the car and you don't let it move when you're doing your welding. And our shock tower area, our datum height is correct. The car's sitting in at the factory pinch welds right now on the rocker panels, just like this was a collision job. This would be the same basic concept, principle. When we had the collision shop for, we did over 15,000 wrecks, and we had 2 Carolina frame benches, and we had a full drive-on rack for the big diesel trucks and the F-250s. So. Just wanted to give you a little idea of what's involved when you're jigging up a car, or you're mini tubbing and putting in 4-link suspension. You're going to make sure everything is center line and datum heights are correct, and you'll have a good job at the end of the day. So make it a great day. This is John at Palm Beach Customs, trying to give you a bird's eye view. His Mustang sitting right up there. All right, guys, take care.